Every morning, more than 200 million Americans pour themselves a bowl of cereal without ever asking a single question. What if the box sitting in your pantry right now was designed less like a breakfast and more like a chemistry experiment aimed at your brain's reward system? Some of the biggest names on grocery shelves have spent decades perfecting formulas that keep you eating past the point of being full. Today we're breaking down 10 cereal brands that deserve a second look, and 10 that actually deserve a spot in your cabinet. Before we get into the list, it helps to understand why this matters. According to the USDA's dietary guidelines, added sugar should make up less than 10% of daily calories for adults and even less for children. Yet a 2019 study published in the journal Nutritionists found that the average children's breakfast cereal in the United States contains nearly 9 grams of sugar per serving, with some brands more than doubling that number. That's not an accident. Food scientists call it the bliss point, the exact ratio of sugar, salt, and fat that makes a product nearly impossible to stop eating. Cereal companies have used this science since the 1980s to engineer loyalty, not nutrition. But that's only the beginning. Let's start the countdown with the cereals that consistently raise red flags among nutritionists, food safety researchers. Number 10 is Fruit Loops. The common belief is that the different colors mean different fruit flavors. The hidden truth is that every loop tastes identical, and the vibrant colors come from red 40, yellow 5, and blue 1. Synthetic dyes that the European Union requires to carry a warning label linking them to hyperactivity in children. In the United States, no such warning exists. A single serving also contains 12 grams of sugar, more than a chocolate chip cookie. Number 9 is Cinnamon Toast Crunch. Parents assume the cinnamon coating means whole grain goodness. In reality, the first ingredient is whole grain wheat, but it's followed almost immediately by sugar. And the overall glycemic load spikes blood sugar faster than a candy bar of the same size, according to glycemic index research from the University of Sydney. Number 8 is Lucky Charms. The marshmallow pieces might look magical, but they're made primarily from corn syrup, gelatin, and artificial color. What's more concerning is that in 2018, the Environmental Working Group tested oat-based cereals, including Lucky Charms, and found trace amounts of glyphosate, the active ingredient in a widely used herbicide, in the majority of samples tested. Number 7 is Reese's Puffs. Marketed with the peanut butter and chocolate combination kids love. This cereal packs 13 grams of sugar per serving, roughly 1/3 of a cup, and contains no meaningful fiber to slow that sugar's absorption into the bloodstream. Number 6 is Cap'n Crunch. Here's where it gets stranger. Dental researchers at Ohio State University once ranked Cap'n Crunch among the most damaging cereals for tooth enamel, not just because of sugar content, but because of its rough, glass-like sugar coating that can create microabrasions on teeth. The real reason is even more shocking when you learn the cereal contains no crunch berries at all. Crunch berries are just regular puffs with red and purple dye. Number 5 is Trix. Reformulated in 2018 to remove artificial dyes after public backlash. General Mills quietly switched back to the original artificial coloring in 2021 after sales reportedly dropped. It's a rare public admission that consumers will choose bright colors over cleaner ingredients, even when they say otherwise in surveys. Number 4 is Honey Smacks. This one made headlines for a different reason entirely. In 2018, Centers for Disease Control linked a salmonella outbreak across dozens of states directly to Honey Smacks, resulting in a full recall. Beyond that incident, the cereal contains 55% sugar by weight, making it one of the most sugar-dense cereals ever tested by Consumer Reports. Number 3 is Frosted Flakes. Tony the Tiger has convinced generations of kids this cereal is great, but nutritionally it ranks near the bottom of USDA comparisons. With minimal fiber, minimal protein, and a sugar coating that dissolves into milk almost instantly, causing what researchers call a rapid glycemic spike, followed by an energy crash. Number 2 is Corn Pops. Despite being one of the least sweet-sounding cereals on this list, Corn Pops actually contains more sugar per serving than Fruit Loops, according to nutrition labels compared side by side by registered dietitians online. The deceptive simplicity of the name may be exactly why parents underestimate it. And number 1, the cereal nutritionists flag most often, is Cocoa Puffs. It combines high sugar content, artificial flavoring, and minimal fiber into what the American Heart Association would classify as closer to a dessert than a breakfast food. A single cup provides roughly the same sugar as a small chocolate donut, but without the warning label a donut might get from a health-conscious parent. Stay with me, because the biggest revelation is still ahead. What if some of the most trusted-looking cereals on the shelf are actually engineered the exact same way, just with better marketing? That's exactly why the second half of this list matters more than the first. Let's talk about the 10 cereals that actually hold up under scrutiny, according to registered dietitians, ingredient transparency databases, and independent lab testing. Number 10 worth buying is post-shredded wheat. It contains exactly one ingredient: wheat. No sugar, no dye, no preservatives. It's essentially the cereal equivalent of eating plain toast, and nutritionists consistently rank it among the cleanest options in any American grocery store. Number 9 is Nature's Path Organic Flax Plus. Certified organic and non-GMO. It delivers 5 grams of fiber and 5 grams of protein per serving, helping stabilize blood sugar in a way sugary cereals simply cannot. Number 8 is Cashy Go Rise, built around a base of quinoa, buckwheat, and oats. It contains only 6 grams of sugar per serving while still tasting satisfying enough that it doesn't feel like a punishment. Number 7 is Bob's Red Mill Muesli, 0 added sugar and a full 8 grams of fiber. This option relies on dried fruit for natural sweetness instead of processed sugar syrup, something dietitians consistently recommend as the gold standard approach. Number 6 is Cheerios, specifically the original variety, not the Honey Nut version. Cheerios remains one of the few mainstream cereals the FDA has allowed to carry a heart health claim, thanks to its soluble fiber content from whole grain oats, which has been shown in clinical studies to help lower LDL cholesterol. Number 5 is Barbara's Puffins, free from high fructose corn syrup and artificial dyes. Puffins uses simple ingredients while still appealing to kids with its light, crunchy texture, making it a rare product that satisfies both nutritionists and picky eaters. Number 4 is 3 Wishes grain-free cereal. It's made primarily from chickpeas and tapioca. It packs 8 grams of protein per serving, roughly the same as an egg, while containing less than 1 gram of sugar. Number 3 is Magic Spoon, marketed directly at adults who miss childhood cereals. It uses allulose and monk fruit instead of refined sugar. It's delivering the nostalgic taste with a fraction of the metabolic impact, something confirmed by independent glycemic testing conducted by several health influencers and later verified by food scientists. Number 2 is Wild Way grain-free granola. Every ingredient is recognizable, from almonds to coconut to dates, with no processed fillers whatsoever, and it's certified paleo and gluten-free for those managing dietary restrictions. And the number 1 cereal actually worth buying, according to nearly every major nutrition ranking, is plain old-fashioned oats, whether instant or stovetop. It isn't flashy, there's no mascot, no marshmallow shapes, but it remains the single most recommended breakfast grain by cardiologists and dietitians across the country, linked in multiple long-term studies to reduce risk of heart disease and improve digestive health. So here's the uncomfortable truth hiding behind cereal aisle marketing. The brands with cartoon mascots and vibrant boxes are rarely built for your health. They're built for repeat purchases. Food companies spend an estimated $2 billion a year on cereal advertising in the United States alone, much of it aimed directly at children too young to read a nutrition label. Meanwhile, the cereals that actually support long-term health rarely get a commercial at all, because oats and shredded wheat don't need a cartoon character to sell themselves scientifically. Practical takeaway is simple. Flip the box around before you flip it into your cart. Look for cereals where sugar sits low on the ingredient list, where fiber content is at least 5 grams per serving, and where the ingredient list reads like something you could pronounce in a single breath. Small changes at breakfast compound over years into measurable differences in energy, weight, and long-term disease risk. If this changed the way you'll look at your pantry tomorrow morning, let us know which brand surprised you the most in the comments. And if you want more investigations like this one, subscribing helps this channel keep digging into what's really inside the products we trust every single day.